Well, boys.
Yeah, man. Segment 2, what was it? The end of March. Easter weekend.
It'll be April Fool's when this comes out.
Happy Easter from the captain. From the captain.
The captain.
Here we go.
Captain Buffalo.
Oh, no, this one's Captain Morgan.
Captain
wow,
Butthole.
that fucker is stiff. Woo, that's a strong one.
Butthole Trace.
I'm going to be...
What it tastes like, smells like.
I'm going to be smashed. SmashCastBros. SmashCastBros. Keep it local, keep it cash. Tell the feds to kiss your ass. I'm Ty.
I'm Moo.
I'm Trigger.
We're
Did
coming
we-
back with pizza review.
Did we ever go over on the air how we came to that? The alcoholic over here was staring at a liquor bottle and he said, "That looks good."
I got. Oh, what is it? It's got to be under the air hockey table or something.
It's right there.
The case? No, I got a case somewhere around here.
Oh, I got a case in my garage too.
I was just looking at that bottle that was sitting here, like,
We were drinking the shit out of it for a minute.
Okay, it's named after Captain Morgan had a watermelon smash rum. It was only like 25%, but it was a scratch and sniff bottle
Shaped like a cannonball.
You could rub it and it smelled like watermelon. It was really good.
Yeah.
But that summer we found tropical Sprite actually at the gas station, the Admiral down here,
Right.
and it mixed perfectly with it.
A little bit of heartburn.
A lot of gut rot because there's a lot of sugar and all
Yeah,
that.
but man, is that.
It went down real
Actually,
nice.
we're gonna make you one of those, and we're gonna let you just taste test it since.
Once you start adding Sprite, it gets real watered down.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know it.
You knock it down
Okay.
to 12% very quickly.
I think you're gonna like that. You're gonna like it better than a straight shot of Buffalo Trace and tequila.
I don't know. He liked that melon one you got back there. The
the green one. I still think he'll like Smash. I think we're gonna call that a Smash Cast drink. You're gonna like a Smash Cast.
For next week, I'll get a thing of Sprite.
Yeah, I don't know. It's in here somewhere.
gonna say we could technically do it the following weekend after the
Birthday?
8th. No, because that next weekend will be the 6th, 7th.
Next week it'll be the 6th, 7th, yeah.
Well, that Monday, the wife leaves.
Oh, what a
For
way to
Florida.
celebrate!
So that Friday or that Saturday is also my no kids. So I don't have a wife home. I don't have any kids at home that weekend. Maybe I might just get smashed and sleep on the couch in here.
It actually, by then, it might be warm enough that you could.
Yeah.
But anyway,
That's for a different weekend.
We've been doing pizza reviews. I gotta find our scorecard and get
this
on
is
it.
our
But
5th week.
5th pizza, I think. Let me find our. It's in here somewhere.
Oliveras, Wagon Wheel.
Speedway, Domino's.
Did we
Not
do
that
Domino's?
Yeah, we did Domino's last week because it was 50% off week.
Oh, yeah. And then Renucci's. Yeah, that's the 5th. So we did Renucci's.
It's a local bar here in Ionia, north side of town.
On 21, just north of 66. Sorry. On 66,
66.
just north of 21. Ordered pizza, and they got one of them wrong.
Yeah, so that's gonna
Our test pizza.
affect some score.
They got our test pizza wrong.
Obviously, we don't tell them it's a test pizza. We just order it, and
Renucci's with 2 N's? I don't remember.
one.
1 and 2 C's.
Yep. Actually, one of the Renucci's can come on pretty soon, I think. If I can, all I gotta do is call him.
Associated with the bar.
Yeah. Yeah. Family, yeah.
The pizza sucks. Sorry, spoiler alerts.
One lives south of Ionia, one lives up in Belding, for sure.
I say I know. I actually know the owners of the bar. They're somewhat
Anyways.
related to my in-laws.
So ordered the normal test pizza, which is pepperoni, bacon, and ham. It's kind of just
Hand-tossed.
hand tossed. No thin crust. It's got to be basically the equivalent of hand tossed. Or as they said it when I ordered it, thick crust.
or in some cases,
Okay.
frozen.
Yeah.
We still haven't touched it yet.
I didn't want to hear it.
I know.
I stand behind mine. Anyway. Okay, so they got our test pizza wrong. Strike one.
They gave us
our
Hawaiian.
test pizza was as Moody stated, and they gave us
a Hawaiian.
Hawaiian.
It was bacon, ham, and pineapple. There was a little bit of bacon on the Hawaiian.
Come on, I want to lay you.
There was Canadian bacon and bacon. Because Canadian bacon.
Pepperoni, pineapple. Maybe they got that wrong.
They say they might have mistaken pineapple for pepperoni. Or when they said pepperoni, they thought he said pineapple.
Well, first of all, you can fix that by not having pineapple on the option list.
There's that too. Nobody likes a freaking Hawaiian pizza.
I'll eat Hawaiian, but I'm not going out of my way for it. I'm eating shitty food. Get that fruit away from me.
The first piece I ate, I picked it apart. I ate everything separately to test
every piece individually.
Even the
Did
crust. You
lick the sauce?
No, I ate the sauce off the crust. Ooh, gifts for you.
And the fan is dead. Can you plug that in and USB-C?
It smells like roses. Nah, dude, I didn't mind the pizza. It wasn't great. It wasn't
for the price. No.
Okay, so without the first fuck up, I'm gonna give that thing a 6. I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it a 5. But then we're gonna knock it down. I'm gonna knock it to a 4 because they fucked it up.
I'll agree with that.
Holy cow! And it wasn't.
That I didn't really care for the crust.
I like the crust.
It was. I think the best way to put it is the way Trigger did is too floury.
Just say it's too much
But
raw
that's
flour.
bar pizza.
Too much raw flour on it.
Yeah, it was pretty dry, dusty, wasn't it?
And just it had a real flowery taste. Not even.
O-U-R, not O-W-E-R.
It just, I don't know. I didn't care for it.
And
you guys give it
$20 for a 14-inch pizza is a little steep considering what we got.
Yep. I'm not. You guys are 5 with the fuck up.
5 ignoring the fuck up.
4 with the fuck up.
Correct.
I'm probably a 4 before the fuck up and a 3 with the fuck up.
So 3.5.
Yeah. 3.5. Wow, Renucci's, you really bombed, man.
We'll have to try them again to give them a chance.
I don't think so. Not
But on the other
price.
hand, and
Why did we give them that shit? The pizza was below average. The price was too fucking much, and they fucked the order up.
Yeah.
Yep. And I've eaten at Renucci's quite a bit in the last 6-8 months. And their other food, some of their other food is, I mean, you can tell.
They were famous
Frozen
for their
food.
wet burritos for a long time. Like,
hold on.
I haven't had one of their wet burritos in a long time. Their burgers are good. Their burgers are locally sourced ground beef. Their appetizer burrito dip, that is good.
I get that it's primarily a bar, and therefore the food does not have to be the highest of quality. Mm-hmm. However, some quality would be nice.
Man, I'm definitely going to get fucked up with this one.
I thought that was the goal. I'm still trying to find a gold coin at the bottom of these cans.
Wow. I thought this thing was...
The Professor.
It was the Professor. You're right.
Who is not here. We'll have to do a range day. He wants to...
Not a bad idea.
Participate in one that I bring extra
Adam,
stuff to.
Real quick, Adam and the Professor... I'm not giving Adam's last name because he might not want it out. They're going to come out the 27th.
How do you know he's okay with Adam?
I don't.
Well, if you don't like it, too late.
Yeah, too late. So the 27th, we're talking come out and we're gonna go over the preppers grocery list again. And I think it'll be a good time, and I think it'll be.
How early are they coming out?
I don't know. I guess we could start at 6.
No, because the professor wants to try the Grand before he buys one.
Well, then let's plan on show at 6. Anything extracurricular prior to that, I will tell him. If he wants to shoot that Grand, I know he does. And then Adam has some kittens. Let's call them kittens. You all right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to lick that ink.
I didn't. I was yawning. I was trying to stay quiet so I didn't yawn into the freaking microphone.
Okay.
Now you're just talking into it about yawning and making everyone yawn.
How awesome. Okay, so are we going with... Yeah, Renucci's got a 3.5. I'm going to go over the scores real quick. Oliveira's 7.5, which was strong. Wagon Wheel was 8, which was very strong. Speedway Gas was a 7, was too strong.
It's gas station pizza.
I'm thinking 5.5, but
it was $8. Full price.
$3.14 on that pie day, but Domino's was a 7. It was standard Domino's. Actually, they're... I don't know what to call it. They don't deviate at all.
Uniform.
They're uniform. Or every pizza you get from them, you know what you're going to get. So far, I haven't had a bad one. I haven't had one that's over the top. I haven't.
You mentioned your daughter had the Parmesan bread bites they have.
Yes, she had a couple of them and yesterday, and she doesn't talk a lot. My daughter's pretty quiet for the most part. She goes, "Wow, those things are amazing!" Like loud, and I'm like, "Holy shit, yeah, they are." No, honey.
Bread,
nice.
Parmesan, garlic, and butter.
It's got all the makings.
Fat on top of fat on top of fat on top of fat. What could
Makes
go wrong?
Mr. Fat happy.
The only thing better
I'm not
is
changing.
if they glazed it with bacon grease.
Ooh.
I think.
Of course, you would say that. You eat it like yogurt.
So, don't be a hater.
After the Speedway Gas 7, I'm just going to put a question mark, and I think that one is another one we're going to have to get a second time.
Okay.
Speedway?
Yep.
We'll try a different one.
Yeah.
Closer.
Yeah.
But I'm strong on tonight's freaking decision.
We still need to go Portland Party Store. And if they fuck it up,
I did find out
we're
Linda's
not going back.
is the same owner, same pizza. Didn't you tell me that? Somebody told me
No.
that. Greg's mom.
Fabiano's.
No, Fabiano's
I heard
in
Linda's.
Westphalia is closed. It's Platt's now.
There's Fabiano's in Portland. Fabiano's bought Linda's Corner Landing.
I guess I better do some research.
Because that's what it shows up on my freaking bank account.
That's Fabiano's.
Corner Landing shows up as Fabiano's Corner Landing.
Well, I guess we'll have to ask the Corner Landing people if they have the same pizza so we can just review one.
And cover both.
Yeah. Okay. So, you were talking about squatters.
Is that a Chevy Sonic out there?
Sure sounds
Is
like
that
it.
sitting here?
Did your kid put a sub in the back of his car?
No,
Is that out on the road driving away, or is that pulled in your driveway?
it's
I
going
think
by.
it's driving
No,
away.
it did go by.
It's probably that little Chevy,
Sonic.
whatever the hell
Red
that thing
Chevy
Spark.
Spark. Little red Chevy Spark. The first time we saw it was after you did a burnout out of the driveway. And he pulled up
No, I don't
blasting
do
Dolly
burnouts.
Parton. Working 9 to 5.
It was funny. We started dancing. We look at each other, just bust out laughing. Okay, you were talking about squatters and renters and different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's going to open this up.
Squatters' rights.
Nope.
Is it good or is it great?
Anyone living in Michigan, anyone living, renting, whatever in Michigan, this one's gonna. You need to pay attention. You need to, if you just built a house or you own a house, you rent a house, you whatever. So Michigan offers homeowners $500 a month.
To rent a room to an illegal.
Jackpot. To house newcomers. Again, it's kind of a they-them
They're illegals.
situation. Well, it's kind of a lengthy
They're
thing.
new illegals. They're not the old.
Yeah, they're newcomers. Yeah, but the veterans can suffer. Sorry. I'm going to read the whole comment that they put on here. This one's from We Are Breitbart, or Breitbart. It's a news outlet, social media news outlet. Michigan offers homeowners $500 a month to house the newcomers. Pay attention. It's not lengthy, but it's lengthy. The state of Michigan is reportedly pushing a program offering citizens $500 a month to take in migrants. The program, called the Newcomer Rental Subsidy, is set to provide shelter outside state shelters for refugees. The assistance would be available to homeowners for up to a year, according to MLive.com. According to the state, those eligible include refugees, asylees, special immigration visa holders, victims of human trafficking, Cuban and Haitian entrants, Afghan nationals, and Ukrainian humanitarian parolees. Others who qualify include individuals who arrived under the family reunification parole process for El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Colombia. Individuals with pending asylum application and other immigrant individuals on a case-by-case basis. Which means you're legal, you get it.
All right, hold
And
on.
Amy Hovey, executive director of the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, claimed the program would help migrants build a new life here. The program is truly a win-win and it addresses the most pressing barrier to refugee resettlement by meeting housing needs while setting up families for success with increased employment and opportunity, Hovey said in a statement issued when the program was first revealed. They're gonna.
All right.
You got extra room. You've got a ton of space.
I do not have an extra room. I have a vicious dog, as you can attest to.
Dude, yeah, with an impeccable aim.
But, so they'll pay for it for up to a year. So at the end of the year, if that person decides they don't want to leave, now what?
That's their plan.
That was the exact same question that I was going to freaking say.
Squatters' rights.
Statement. Yep.
Yep. It's
At the
enough
end of the year,
time
you have
to
squatters'
establish squatters'
rights.
rights.
At 30 days.
What level
you
of
are
murder
a legal
becomes legal at
resident
that
of
point?
freaking address.
There was one I saw where the guy's mom had rented out her house, got squatters. So he had his mom write up a lease for him to to become a tenant. And then he moved into this house with squatters, and he would eat their food, and he would be super annoying the entire time until they left. And then he took all their shit out, and they couldn't do anything about it because he had a lease that said he could be there, and they just couldn't do anything about it. And they got
threw all their
frustrated
shit
and
out
left.
on the yard,
Threw it
thinking-
all out, changed the locks, done. But
Mine would be a murder situation. I think it would be you were fucking.
But
done.
the issue is, you have to have the free time to be able to do it that way. Mm-hmm. And the courts stand up for squatters. And I get it. Squatters' rights came about because there were some shitty landlords that tried to, really fuck over the tenants.
It's time to flip that card over.
But there has to also be some protection for landlords, because these guys are stuck waiting for the entire eviction process, paying a lot of money for a house, and they're not getting any money for it. It's a lot of money they're having to spend to get people out who aren't paying.
There's been a lot of situations where the squatters destroy that place. It's no longer worth a damn, and they end up with it because the owner just says, fuck it.
I watched one that came up for sale. The house came up for sale, and squatters went by, took the for sale sign down, went in the house, changed the locks. They wondered why they weren't getting any hits on it. The real estate agent drove by, sign was gone, there was people going in and out. He went to investigate. You can't come in here, this is our house. Then there was another one that I watched that older couple, retired age, bought a new house next to their son. They closed on it. They went. Somebody was living in the house. that they just bought. Well, now they have a freaking $2,500 a month house payment that they have to make, or else it's going to get foreclosed on. But they can't do anything with it. They can't shut the utilities off either.
Beat the shit out of him.
But
kick him out the back door.
They have to continue to pay the utilities because
beat the shit out of him. Throw his phone out. He wants his phone. Go get it.
No, smash the phone. Then they can't call the cops. Get them out. Shuttle them to a faraway place, like the middle of a national park, and leave them there.
Rent a car, put him in the trunk, take it to the fucking airport, and gag him and bag him.
No. Rent an EV, take it to the airport, set it on fire. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yes, that's a win-win.
Duct tape, tie him up, put him in the trunk of an old beater car, park it at a fucking scrap
Actually,
yard.
hold on.
Let him put it on through crusher.
Actually, Trigger is right because
get cooked in the summer heat. Oh, perfect.
Trigger is right. It's got to be an old car because all the new ones have safety features inside the trunk for people to get out.
Oh, I'd eliminate all them first.
Yeah, I'd be cutting them cables.
Have you seen the one on our V-Dub?
Yes, it's
on the
obvious.
latch mechanism. It's like a pushover knob.
A lot of cars have a yank.
Yeah, it's like a highlighted green, glow in the dark,
yellow,
thing.
and it glows in the dark.
Yeah.
But no, there's lots of
deactivate that.
I'm sorry.
There was other ways. You get an older house, has a cistern in the basement.
Actually,
backfill the cistern.
You know, Detroit's not that far away. Dump them in Detroit. All right, bye.
Downtown, just before dark.
Good luck. 8 Mile.
Trust me,
with a sign, I'm a squatter. Boom, or I touch kids.
No,
the properties that I own, I'm constantly driving and checking on the properties. And so is the wife. We're constantly going to the properties and going in them and making sure that nothing's changed. There's nobody in them. And
I'd be ready. Do you both carry when you do this?
Yes.
Okay, you better. And be ready to pull that.
And whether or not she actually carries when she goes in the house,
you might want to have a conversation with her.
I try to. She doesn't like to. I don't know why. She gets a little bit irritated because, you know, it's kind of like the joke with the toaster.
Dogs are out.
My favorite way to take a bath?
No.
No.
No, that I carry around the house. Why do you carry around the house? Because why? Well, this, and this. Well, I laugh, she laughs, the toaster laughs, her laughs, I shoot the toaster. I carry. I was.
I'm taking 2 of these.
I was carrying today in my yard before I came over here.
Want some candy?
No, I'm good.
Naproxen. Yeah, that's good for your stomach and liquor.
But anyway, no, it's a serious thing, and I utterly hate it. And there's other ways. I've been watching some other guys out in California area, and it's bad out that way. And they go out there. They actually there's a company that goes out, and what they do is from the owner, they get a signed contract to go in and do home repairs from the owner.
Okay.
So what this company does is they go in, they can't get stopped because it is
a contract.
Contracted by the owner.
By the owner. They literally go in and they rip the windows out, they rip the doors out of the house, and everything. And people end up leaving. They got in an argument one time, and they were out there for like 3 hours arguing. Well, people were ripping the windows out and ripping the doors out, and they're like,
"Get anywhere near me! This fucking nail gun's going right up to
They
your
ended
temple."
up freaking calling a septic service company. Come out and said, "We're gonna be here a while." They dropped 2 porta shitters off in the front yard for the guys to sit there and take shits in the freaking front yard in the porta shitters.
Oh yeah.
And they had
You're lucky the squatters didn't jump in there and claim those.
They had roll-off dumpsters brought in and put in the driveway, blocking the vehicles in.
Oh, yeah.
No. middle of winter. Ah, man, this furnace is really acting up. It's not as efficient as it should be. We got to take it down and work on it.
I would take a more Neanderthal approach, I'm afraid.
I think I would too.
But the problem is, in some states, squatters have more
You
rights.
start with their phone.
Yeah.
You start with their phone.
Problem
everything's
is,
tracked.
they have more rights
I know.
than you.
You chuck
It's
that
like
phone
illegals.
outside, and if they don't go get it,
Well, hold on. It's like illegal migrants. That Affordable Care Act came in, and people that had insurance suddenly couldn't afford it because they had
Right,
pre-existing
right.
conditions. And now the government's saying, well, these migrants coming across the
and
border,
because
we're
you
going to
can't
give
afford it,
them.
you still get penalized, and you still got to pay for it.
But now the government is saying, well, we'll give free benefits to migrants. Well, hold the fuck on. We got people in the U.S. that couldn't qualify as soon as Obamacare started.
And how many people died because they didn't have insurance? Because they couldn't get the fucking treatment.
There's a guy on TikTok I see once in a while.
Big guy with a gray beard, double cancer.
Double bone cancer
Yeah,
survivor.
I've seen him. I've seen him.
Yeah. He had cancer. He had cancer twice, and he was supposed to get yearly checkups, like CT scans. But his insurance went from, I think he said it was a couple $100 a month to, and what is it, $1,600 deductible
Yeah.
to $1,600 a month and a $6,000
It was like a
deductible.
$6,300 or something.
I
Maybe it was
remember
6,000.
$6,000 was in.
$6,000 deductible, and he went without insurance for 10 years. Wasn't getting the CT scans he was supposed to have to make sure the cancer didn't come back. And now your president is stepping in and saying, "Oh yeah, we'll just give all these migrants free health insurance. That's fine." Well, hold the fuck on.
So I kind of knew where this conversation was going to head
Towards
with the last
red.
one with the $500 subsidy. Here it says, if you really want to protect your house, do not ever recognize or mention squatter when you spot somebody in your house. Don't call police saying, I have spotted a squatter. The moment you mention these words, you lose your property. Treat them as a trespasser and act in self-defense. Bam, right there. Right?
It's a lot easier to patch a couple holes in the wall than it is to get the shit off your drywall.
Self-defense. Throw a knife in their hand. Cut your wrist, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Just stab yourself in the leg. Self-defense. It's not a squatter. I'm sorry. I'm gonna
Rape! Pop, 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 pop.
I'm gonna hate on that shit. You know why? Because I work for a living.
Bingo.
Okay, so
You know,
I say that loosely.
yeah. You show up to a
Sorry.
place
Sorry.
consistently for a living.
Let me polish that turd, okay?
See, if only it was legal, if you had a squatter, to just break their ankles and leave them on the front lawn and say, I don't know where he came from. He
You
just
really want to be
appeared."
an asshole? Sign somebody up for it. I mean, I would never, but boy, I can imagine somebody's going to get signed up for some subsidies.
Joseph.
No.
No, government money to pay for his room.
Dude, just teach him some Spanish.
His name is Joseph Mendoza, right?
Jose.
No,
But it's funny because if you sign up for this program, they'll give you $500 a month. But if you got a squatter already living in your fucking house, you get no help at all.
And when these
Or
people
you get
that
a
they'll
free
pay
trip
you,
to jail.
But as you guys were both saying, the end of the year, now they're pretty comfy. They've been farting on your fucking couch for a year, watching your TV.
well, no, they've been treating it like the country they came from and shitting in the living room.
Jackpot. Can you imagine? Hey, your shitter's clogged. No. How many people do you think are actually going to sign up for this shit?
Okay, how many people, even liberals, how many liberals do you think will accept a perfect stranger into their house?
They want them.
None of them.
We need to make them.
None.
How many people think liberals that voted for this shit, that are all for it, need to take them
Want to be
on?
the ones taking them in? You're damn right.
First.
I mean, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Oh, you voted for Sanctuary City? How about a Sanctuary House?
You know? No. You can't have one and you can't take the money and not.
Well, no. You can't say...
Oh, dude.
You can't do the liberal thing and say, no, you need to help the migrants, but I feel good about it. You got to step up to the plate. Then again, some of the people that vote Democrat do so because they're not very smart and they don't live in a very good part of town where they don't have an extra room because they keep voting Democrat.
On the other
And they
hand,
can't afford to get up in the world.
They just tore down 3 perfectly good prisons in this city.
They just knocked down one. But
said
guess what?
three.
Guess what? Guess what
Three.
that's going to
2
be?
here, and they knocked the one down on Main Street.
The wall?
Yeah,
What?
it's flat.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Oh shit.
Dude, they could have sold that as like...
That would have been
a
great.
private
That would have been great
apartment
sanctuary.
complex.
However, I don't want them in my fucking town.
Well, hold on.
That's what's going to go over here.
What?
They're building housing. So as far as the property across the road, we need to arm up and protect. I'm planning on it. You guys not necessarily much, but yep.
Should have took down all the chain link fence from the prison and put around the property there with all the freaking concertina wire.
Not too late.
I just think it's going to be a problem.
Not gonna be able to keep anything over there.
Everything you got there has got to come back here.
Yeah, so if you really want to protect your house, don't ever recognize or mention the word squatter when you spot someone in your house. Don't call police saying spotted a squatter. The moment you mention that, you lose your house.
So is that how you've got to stay with Amy so long?
Squatters' rights.
Squatting right in the house. Let's see here.
She call you a
What other-
squatter every day?
She's been doing some squatting.
No, you can't say that.
She's been.
What was this
You've
you
been
sent me
shooting
the
into
other
her.
day? He sent me potentially fatal consequences linked to upcoming U.S. total solar eclipse.
I just sent you one.
What was that all
Don't
about?
take it. Don't
I didn't
take
have
it
time
personally.
to read it. I didn't have time to read it. Increased traffic, travel
For
on
what?
unfamiliar routes. You sent me this article about potentially fatal consequences linked to the solar eclipse.
Oh yeah.
Basically, it looks like it's just, there's going to be a lot more traffic in some areas.
So the way I took it was the solar eclipse is going to have some effect on electronic devices. It's going to take out some.
I didn't. I'll
See,
be
it's
It's
honest,
going to
I
have an
didn't read it.
EMP kind of effect on some things.
The only thing I know about this eclipse that's coming is it's 4 minutes and 30 seconds long, or 4 minutes 27 seconds long. And when it starts, Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart is 4 minutes and 27 or 4 minutes and 30 seconds. You're supposed to start that as the start of it.
I'm down with that.
That's what I know.
Okay. All this article says is there's an increased risk of crashes because when it starts, people go, ooh, instead of paying attention to where they're going.
Are they at least getting off TikTok and Instagram while they're driving down the road?
No. They're holding their phone up. So not only are they still staring at their phone, but they're also staring up and not anywhere close to forward.
So guys like you and I are going to actually make good time in those 4 minutes and 27 seconds.
Oh, we're going to cover
For our
a ton
fucking
of
job.
distance.
Okay, so since we're on a roll of screenshots and I can clean these out of my phone and get rid of them, Elon Musk, this is insane. To a Senator Bill Haggerty, who I believe is a Republican, says tonight this was whatever day it was, tonight every single Senate Democrat voted against my amendment that would stop Biden admin from using taxpayer dollars to charter flights for hundreds of thousands of illegal aliens from their countries directly to American towns to be resettled.
Say again?
They are using taxpayer money. They voted against
your taxpayer dollars. Every single a guy voted against. He put an amendment out that would stop the Biden admin from using our tax dollars to pay for the flights to have these people relocated in our towns.
The Biden administration can't use tax money to pay for flights for illegals to come into this country.
Sanctuary cities, their tax dollars can go to it. We're not one of them.
Hold on. Since we're talking about wasting tax dollars, we're going to link this into the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So when Trigger's president said the federal government was going to rebuild that bridge in Baltimore.
Oh, motherfucker.
Apparently it was left vague enough that they could squeeze in funding for like Ukraine and whatever else they felt like into that bill to pay for the bridge so they can funnel money where they feel like it. So they can spend money on busing migrants as a bill to pay for a new bridge in Baltimore.
Yeah, it's a fucking $700 billion bridge.
But they're going to funnel.
But $100 billion of it's going to go to the bridge. And the $600 billion is going to go to immigrant freaking airfare in the Ukraine and Iran and the Soviet Union,
Afghanistan, all the places that hate America.
Colombian Coke coming up to freaking feed Hunter, and
all the places that hate America will get funding off of this bill for us to rebuild the bridge when Maersk, the company that hit it, should be paying for it. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. You.
What?
That whole Maersk thing pisses me off so bad it's laughable. Are you fucking kidding me? They are insured to the hilt when COVID hit, and we all suffered. America especially suffered.
I think Maersk is the largest company for shipping.
How many Maersk containers do you see on the highway every day?
90% of the containers that I see going down the road are Maersk or OCOL.
Well, there's the pink box.
I think OCL.
I thought it was like OCOL.
Whatever.
But something like that. But most of them are, and I didn't know it was Maersk. How'd you say it?
Maersk. Maersk.
Yeah,
Maersk.
But again.
Just got my taxes done. I owe Ukraine $14,000.
Anyways, you were saying about your favorite company, Maersk.
Mm-hmm.
Did you buy stock in them? Because obviously it's going to go up. Their insurance ain't going to pay for it.
Right. Once people find out their insurance doesn't have to cover anything,
Them. Oh, I don't even know where to start. I'm pissed off.
I know.
Them fuckers, their insurance company needs to freaking pay for the bridge.
But if their insurance company paid for the bridge, then there has to be an investigation into what happened on the ship, which will probably reveal the FBI, who we all know is on Biden's side, did it to the ship. And then he won't be able to funnel money. Yeah.
That's me to squatters, right? That's us to squatters. Anyway.
But if they try and go against Maersk's insurance...
Well, your wife should have been here. She'd have been great because she probably had some input on this fucking thing.
It'll lead to an investigation. They'll find that Biden's FBI probably caused it.
They might as well change the name.
Caused the whole thing, and an insurance payout would not kick money over to the Biden crime family.
Sorry, go ahead.
So, if the federal government pays for it, aka the taxpayer, then we can pay for whatever Biden feels like paying for.
No, he's gonna wash that money.
He's gonna backhanded put it into whatever bill he passes to pay for this freaking bridge that some asshole company fucking damaged.
$81 billion. Isn't that what they said?
With the lack of maintenance done on their freaking piece of shit freaking ship. I mean, that ship, brand new, cost $200 million. Do you know? By the time they make it halfway from one port to the other, that ship is paid for. So in its first trip, it is doubled what it cost to make that ship. just in the first run, one way. You go back.
They still made money on that boatload. Of course, everything there is late to where it was supposed to be because now it's probably still hung up.
It's still sitting there.
But they're still going to make money on that shit when it gets. They probably already got.
They'll
paid.
claim that on the insurance.
I'm sure they already got paid.
They'll claim all the late fees, all that stuff for late delivery on their insurance company. But are they going to claim the bridge on the insurance company? No, that useless freaking reject Biden is going to get us to pay for it all because he can sign anything he wants, and he's going to get us to pay for freaking Hunter's next freaking 20 years worth of cocaine deals and.
So, on to a more positive subject. A liberal on social media gave a very good reason, actually several very good reasons to vote for Trump.
He's not Biden.
Oh, the one?
You want to hear him?
I think
He hasn't.
No, I haven't. But go ahead.
You may have heard of Project 2025, but this is from Agenda
Yeah, actually, no.
47.
Go ahead.
You can read all of these on his website. First, he promises that he will carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in history. He will also ask for the death sentence for anyone convicted of human trafficking.
On my own.
He will close the Department of Education and return all education standards to the states to decide. He will put prayer back into school, and he will criminalize any race-based advantage programs. He will end the Affordable Care Act. He will ban gender-affirming care for adults and children, and he will ban any federal dollars from going towards gender-affirming
All good
care,
things.
which means anyone with
Oh, I commented on that one.
care will no longer be able to access gender-affirming care except for Viagra and Cialis. Those will still be available. He will propose a constitutional...
Because those open blood vessels, that's actually a medical thing.
I know, but there's off air. I'll tell you why that reminded me of something that I got to do first thing in the morning because I was ordered to.
He will deploy the Department of Justice to investigate the Biden crime family and any of his
Poor me.
adversaries who are political rivals. He will
Yes,
immediately
fucking-
pardon all of the January 6thers, and he will create a task force to investigate anyone who arrested, charged, or imprisoned a January 6er. He will increase the penalties for underage criminal offenders, strengthen immunity for police officers, and deploy the National Guard to patrol woke cities. On day one, he will reassess our participation in NATO and says that every European country needs to pay the United States for protection. He will...
Hell yes.
So my comment,
It goes on at length. That's about halfway through.
my comment on there was, if he didn't have my vote already, he does now. Or he already had my vote, but now he really does. Whatever it was. There was one thing that felt like it was a little out of place in that whole list that she named off, and I don't remember what it was, but it was kind of far out there. Fucking outer space.
Should we continue?
Yeah.
The SpaceX.
That wasn't SpaceX. It was...
wonderful travel ban for Muslims coming to America. He will build freedom cities. This is 10 new cities built on federal land. He will award them to areas with the best development proposals, and he will prioritize moving young families to these freedom cities. He will kill all e-vehicles and e-vehicle legislation, seeking to replace that with the development of a flying car. He believes
Flying car, that was it.
Yeah.
So the flying car thing was super far-fetched, and I'm like, okay, that's stupid. Is that a Michael J. Fox moment he's having?
That's a Trumpism.
I think
that's the one I've heard the most argument over, which...
Ism or tism?
It's awe.
Ty can't drive on asphalt. Can you imagine him flying?
Hold on. Think of how bad the average driver is. Do you want to add another direction they can travel?
Fuck. Dude, it's going to be... Can you imagine the flying Mustang? Just wiping out treetops left and right.
You remember that scene from Family Guy? The Asian woman? How many times do I have to signal to go across 8 lanes? None? All right, good luck, everybody else. And then cuts all the way across. Now,
the cars are fucking smashed left and
now
right.
add a third dimension to that whole thing.
It's going to be... Dude, it's going to be like Jetsons on crack.
Well,
It'll never happen. So
it won't.
His flying cars are going to happen just about as well as the fucking EV.
Just think of the noise.
They're going to put a parachute to where
Good,
the engine
good.
shuts off.
That's a super
They're
good
gonna
question.
fall out of the sky.
Hold on.
One crashes into my house. I'm going to be a motherfucking pissed off son of a bitch.
Just think of the rack.
Dude, I can just imagine one coming through your roof, and the last thing they look up and say is, "Squatters' rights."
can't shoot me now, bro.
This is my house now, motherfucker.
I felt threatened. Boom, 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 boom.
I thought it was a UFO. My bad.
Uh-huh.
Well, hold on. You know how loud helicopters are. A car will be about that loud trying to take off.
Not according to Marty McFly and Doc.
I don't think so, man.
Hold on. Oh, no, he had to go to, what was it, 2025?
So the first one was 2015.
Was that the future where he got all the Mr. Fusion and all that?
That's where he got the hoverboard. And
Yeah, the hoverboard was super.
was
And
2015.
apparently that thing actually existed, but the government shot him down or something.
No. Did you hear about the hoverboard that they came up with?
The auto lace shoes or whatever.
So there was a hoverboard.
I seen him on that movie, but I didn't think it was like a real deal. Did they really exist? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So there was a skateboard track where you could ride a hovering skateboard. However, you had to fill the skateboard with liquid nitrogen to cool the superconductors, and you had to follow a metal track in the ground.
See, I thought it was
because it was repelling off of
I
that.
was just saying, I thought it was
magnetized,
opposite poling magnets.
Yeah.
Or something.
You had to propel it, but you had to use liquid nitrogen to cool the magnets, superconductors, and you had to follow a metal track in the cement. So you were limited. By the time you're
done with that, you could have bought a fucking Yamaha Zuma and had way more fun.
And gone wherever you wanted.
Right. And I do that to pull on his strings because he has a lot of fun on them too.
No, I'm not saying not.
I'm actually thinking about, because I don't know what I'm going to do with those things, because now I don't know what I'm going to do with those things. I need to get a Facebook and sell them.
Really?
I don't know.
Not going to keep riding?
I don't know. The scooters.
What, you're not going to ride them anymore?
I don't know. I love them. I love them.
Then shut the fuck up.
Dude, we didn't do anything with them last year.
You didn't do anything with your plow this year. You plowed one time. Sell that fucker.
Good point. Put a plow on the side by side.
What'd you do?
Can't get goddamn doors from wide open. Fucking can't even.
What'd you do with your enclosed trailer?
I love that. I need that. I need that to store all the shit I don't ride.
Buy another chunk of property and build a building.
Hold on. Sell your Buick and that trailer and see if you can get traded off for that longer enclosed trailer over there.
Shit. He could sell,
Right.
what, 17 of his 27 toolboxes and build a building.
He could sell 17 of his 27 toolboxes and buy another toolbox, but bigger.
That's probably what he'd end up doing.
Well, my other one hasn't come in yet. And I don't know where that thing's at. All right, so since we're on a roll, this was I screenshot this March 19th. Holy shit, it says. End wokeness, Second Amendment. Obama appointed federal judge Sharon Johnson Coleman just ruled that illegal immigrants have the right to carry guns. Buckle up, folks. We've all seen that, right? One of the topics we love to hit on is guns. But now one of the topics we love to hate on are immigrants. So let's pile them together. Now all these illegal immigrants, the violent criminals that they release from their prisons and sent across the border, the violent rapists.
They have the right to carry guns. But if you look at most states you don't have the right to carry a gun.
Yeah.
No, federal fucking judge said it's okay. So the states
for the illegals,
but the states,
but not the freaking.
The states that are anti-gun are going to give the illegals. They're going to be the first ones to give the illegals guns before the American citizens, the original, the OGs.
All right, so Michigan with the new broomstick laws, as we've named it already.
Fuck.
So if you don't have a CPL, you have to go get a purchase permit. My work wife was off this week, and he wanted to go get a purchase permit to buy. I
Slick?
forgot what he's buying. No, different guy.
Okay. Are you in Slick on the ounce?
After he turned into a bitch, yes.
Still, I can't.
Okay,
he needs to learn. He needs to learn.
He's slowly coming back around.
Okay.
But he
Tell him
went
I
off,
said hi, and
he went off the deep end, and
know he
he's slowly getting his way back to normal.
well,
Anyways,
he needs to learn to rub some fucking dirt
doesn't
on it.
matter how the straps
He
go.
forgot how to rub dirt on it. He was
Anyways.
ex-military, right?
Yeah.
Then he forgot how to rub dirt on it.
Anyways, this other guy was off this week. His daughter had spring break, so the week was to spend time with her and just do stuff with his daughter.
Good for him. I want to do that.
Anyways,
We need to do that.
he went to go into Ingham County today to get a purchase permit, and he went there at, I think he texted me about 1 in the afternoon. They were closed. And I got to thinking while I was talking to him,
I'm going to write this down before I forget.
every time you go, if you have to go get a purchase permit at a police station, because that's where you get purchase permits, you are limited to their business hours, which is already restricted below 8 hours. So technically, the state can say, well, we're not getting in the way of your right, your Second Amendment right. But then they force you to go, if you don't have a CPL, to go to the cop shop, which you can only do if you take a day off of work. Now you're taking a hit in pay to exercise your right. They are getting in the way of your right
You know what they're
just by doing it.
They're getting in the way of making tax dollars for the fucking government.
No.
If you have to take a day off,
No.
yeah, we got
Fuck
bridges
that.
to pay for.
We've
son.
discussed this. If a third of the citizens of Michigan burned an extra gallon a day in commute, which, considering the traffic just around Lansing, and I'm sure around GR right now, you can easily burn an extra gallon a day. And this is just cars on the way to work. This is not corporate fleet vehicles. If you just count a third of Michigan's population burning an extra gallon a day commuting, that's half a gallon in the morning, half a gallon at night, which can disappear very quickly sitting in traffic. The state pulls an extra $5 million a week in fuel tax. The state does. $5 million.
Dude, this is
Shut up. Fuck the government.
A week.
for those that
All of a sudden, you got to sit down and look at what roads they shut down and how you cannot get across a city in any sort of timely manner.
that's a week, $5 million a week.
$5 million a week.
What did we do the? I'm gonna do the math because
Multiply
I'm too drunk to fucking figure this
by
out. 52
24.
times
No, not 52. 26 weeks?
26 weeks.
what?
5 million
Why?
times 26 weeks. Summertime.
5 million.
Do 5 times 26.
All right, I gotta clear my phone out. Hold on. 5 times 26.
Yes.
Is 130. 130 million.
$130 million.
For that
Extra.
but
Hold
that's
on.
26 weeks. What about the rest of the year? Why?
That's extra. That's on top of what you already spend
Why
in
do you think
fuel.
state routes, they don't put that much salt on? They don't spend that much time plowing. So you spend more time commuting, you use more
We
gas.
haven't had any
Ty.
snow.
Ty.
So 26 weeks? That's only
No.
half the fucking year.
Ty,
We're more than half the year working on this shit.
Ty,
so
hold on. That's extra on top of what you already spend in fuel. I spend about 12 gallons a week in fuel. If I do 13, it's only $1.50 a week per person.
I do 8 gallons just driving to work.
But it's $1.50 for
You said 8 gallons just driving to work? One day?
4 days. No.
Oh.
4 days. 8 gallons.
Okay.
4 days
I
because
said, holy shit, buddy.
hey, if you burn
because I drive like a 100-year-old windbag. I burn less than a gallon of fuel to work, less than a gallon of fuel home. As long as I keep my foot out of it, which I do, I'm doing my summer tires, those really cool like Passat wheels I got on there, them ain't worth the fuck. I lost 4 miles a gallon and I'm kind of pissy about it. I'm gonna bitch about that to the end of time. But my winter tires, the ones that Geldof sold me, are great. Love those things. Anyway, sorry.
okay,
Go ahead.
but if you want to be more conservative with the numbers and you cut it down to a quarter gallon a day extra you're burning, that's still $1.25 million
No.
extra a week.
I
in
think
fuel
I
tax.
think you were right on target the first time because there's guys like me.
You motherfuckers do it all the damn time.
Yeah, but mine smell like roses. Yours smells like
You sound like
jizz and lube.
you're starting to sound like, who is it? Reba McEntire. Guys do it all the time. Turn that fan towards yourself, motherfucker.
Oh,
Dude,
cramp!
that rubber smell. Jesus Christ.
Cramp! Dude, I lost track. the
$5 million.
fucking burnt gerbil smell made me lose track.
What about $5 million a week?
No, I think you were on track the first time because there's a lot less guys like me driving like 100-year-old ladies than there are guys like Trigger driving 100 3-digit numbers all the way to work. So he's burning 2 gallons of fuel to get to work, 2 gallons of fuel to get home.
That estimate was only using a third of Michigan's population.
I think you're soft on your number. I think you're very soft on your number because of that and the other thing.
But I was playing it safe.
And then the
Hold
trucks,
on.
and then the
Yeah, it doesn't
what about the
include.
state cars? The state cars we're paying for.
It does not include cop cars enforcing and all the accidents that happen in these. It does not include the semis that are burning outrageous amounts of fuel to go around all this
If a
construction.
car, truck, whatever, has a state symbol on the door, whether it be social services,
They should be doing
I don't care
55
if it's,
on the interstate.
and as much as I think the state and the government all in one is too much of pussies on the veteran topic, even if it says veteran affairs, the fucking car needs to be limited to 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Every time I see one, they're doing 90.
Oh, so speaking of a state vehicle, trying to dodge construction today, I took a back road. I had 10 grand on board, all foam, full to the door. It was all foam. Taking a back road because there's no
10
good.
grand extra is all foam.
I
How dense is this foam?
10 grand on board, styrofoam cups. Not very dense.
The skids and the cardboard weigh more than the fucking foam.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm taking a back road because there's no good interstate. And I get through a 4-way stop and I see a red pickup truck pulling out of a parking lot with the headache rack and the light bar on top and the toolbox. But I don't see any writing on the door. I'm like, that looks like a Waymaster truck.
Suspiciously, yeah, it might say Waymaster Cross Tailgate.
So by the time I realized I was already rolling, so I got to the next 4-way stop. You'll like this. Got to the next 4-way stop, and coming up to it, I was slowing down like I was heavy, so I was starting real early and going steadily all the way down. Got my turn to go through, and I started accelerating real slow like I was loaded down to see what he would do.
Yeah.
And then he pulled over. I'm like, did he give up already? Because I was really playing it on thick, like I'm heavy.
Yeah.
And then he backed into a driveway. I was like, oh, he must have just been the contractor. I was slow rolling some contractor acting like I was overloaded.
Joe's roofing, and you just pissed him off.
I'm trying to fuck with a Waymaster and get pulled over.
So, obviously, our kids have the week off. She's staying in town, or is she doing something different?
Nope, she left today with her mom.
Okay, I was going to tell you, come get that 22 and take her out. Take her out and show her what's up. But, never mind. I want to take Sneaky out with hers because she likes doing it. It's just getting her to, get her started into it. Anyway, never mind.
But, yeah, getting angry about fuel tax is something I do more than I probably should.
That's fun.
Your favorite light?
I do like that light. That's got a very good mood. It's a mood light. You know what, Joe,
It's a
a.k.a.
boob light.
Jover,
It's a moody light.
would love that light. That's a Joe Estelle light right there. He's a boob man. Actually, Ron, Dad, those two are the 2 biggest tit guys I know.
I couldn't tell from the Dirty Dozen chat.
But Dad's a big boob guy, so that's a perfect light for him. He wants to come up. He said something because he came to work. What day did he come to work? Tuesday?
Wow, he retired and he still came
Tuesday or
around.
Wednesday.
Yeah. He showed up, scared the shit out of me because he banged on the door. He couldn't get in the building. Came banging on my tractor door.
How do you think they feel if I show up?
Do it about 2 o'clock, same time your bro shows up. No, he said something about, he's told me numerous times about just showing up one of these nights, so I need to text him, and I think he'd be fun.
Tell your kid to call us.
Yeah, no shit. But Dad's got great trucker stories, dude. He can go on for fucking days on old trucker stories. It'd be fun.
Good.
Yeah, it'd be fun. This is going to be, you know what? When this boob is on the light, that's the dad light. That's just like Batman. Where you at? Yeah, take a picture of that, video of it, send it to him. Man, what other topics you guys got?
I don't know. Want to go through your list and answer some of the questions on your list?
Let me double check, make sure we're done with screenshots. Only 7 hours, 55 minutes, and 35 years until I'm retired.
You'll be what, 78?
35 years, I'll be
35 years? Oh, you'll be 117.
Here's one I took a screenshot of that's just it's
Is he gonna piss me off?
Nope. This one's just one of those general things. 2 clever people cannot fall in love. True love needs 1 idiot. That's pretty good. That's pretty
why
good.
Amy has you.
Poor Trigger.
I like that one, so I screenshot it. I thought it was funny. All right, what else?
My poor ex, the idiot.
Car values are plummeting, so now a lot of people are underwater on their car loans.
Well,
we talked about car loans. So we're at Easter. We're April 1st. I still feel strongly about this. I still feel enough behind my. I've done a little bit of research on it, right? I think car values are about to plummet. Good. A brand new truck, a brand new
SUV,
a brand new Cavalier, a brand new crowd control.
Hey, you can get a second Buick Cavalier.
Yeah. All these cars are about to drop in price. You might be able to purchase one a lot better deal. Whether it be, okay, so the Jeep Gladiators, there's 20 grand off right now.
That still ain't cheap enough.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't mind them.
For a freaking Jeep?
I don't mind. It's because there's a lot of times I need a truck, but I don't need the whole truck. A Jeep Gladiator is kind of like a half a truck. It's like a fucking Ford Ranger.
Okay, for that, what I'd like is what the Australians have had, the Utes.
Well,
it's like the El Camino.
What's the car?
But they had a Holden Commodore.
Holden
Commodore. They had one for a couple years that had the 6.2 that was in the Corvette in a Holden Commodore. So basically, modern age
mini
El Camino,
like a super small.
Technically, a Pontiac G8.
Yeah,
El Camino.
Yeah. The front half was Pontiac G8.
That's a drink. Move.
And it had. Cheers.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
It had the kind of a truck bed with a 6.2 Corvette engine in it. Oh, that thing would be a riot to drive. Do that with the other
I figure you said it'd been better with a 3.0-5.
The other cheek.
You know what I mean? No, behind you.
No, this is good. I like the Ron light. It's the it's the bat signal for Ron.
So they had Holden Commodores,
Okay.
which was the Pontiac G8, but they had it for longer than we had the G8, and they got like the 6.2 option.
And not only that, these guys were putting absolute fucking mountain motors in these things. They looked ridiculous. Like that, a huge fucking huffer sticking out of the hood of this tiny little car.
Burnout competition.
Yes.
The guys that would...
What was the Suzuki Sidekick or whatever they had? The Geo Metro with a huge fucking huffer in it?
A freaking Ford Escort or a Chevette with a 526 Keith Black Hemi and a 1471 blower sticking out the hood, alcohol injected, all that shit, making 3,700 horse.
Well, if it's going to do burnouts, it's probably a Chevy engine.
Probably not.
Probably a 305. Fuck, who knows?
No. Only burnout it's doing is out the exhaust and it's oil.
Horsepower, yeah.
Yeah. It's sweating horsepower. Look at that. Shit. All right.
Either way, that whole design would be great. But so the whole reasoning lately with why vehicles are getting larger and larger, like the Ranger now is the same size as a full-size F-150 back in the 90s. And the whole thing is because the EPA, in their infinite wisdom, tied emissions to vehicle size. So manufacturers keep making the vehicles bigger because it lowers their standards for emissions.
So a Ranger, the new Rangers are the same size as an F-150 back in the 90s?
Yeah, they're huge.
But an F-150 back in the 90s is bigger than the F-150s now.
Early 90s, maybe.
Dude, an F-150
Yeah.
from 1980 to 1996 was the same body.
Say that again?
1980 to 1996, F-150 was the same body.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Sometimes different body lines, but you could use the fenders and everything, all the body panels lined up. The body lines would all line up.
So someone did the measurements. The F-150.
I just sent you guys a screenshot. Check it out in a minute.
The F-150 is 5.7 inches taller and 6.6 inches wider than the new Ranger. So the current F-150 is 6 inches taller and 7 inches wider than the new Ranger. That is, the old Ranger was the width of your Cavalier with a truck bed. And I had one with a 4-liter, and that thing was a riot because there was zero weight on it.
Mm-hmm. We probably should have kept the Amy's, but it was the color of that pizza box over there. It was piss shit brown. It was ugly. It was ugly.
The one I had was purple.
You win. It might take the shit brown one.
It had been blue, but it was so sun bleached that in bright sunshine it was purple.
I had a 94 with a 4-cylinder, a 5-speed. The cab and front clip was blue. The box was maroon.
I think that's what your Amy's was.
They used 93 to
it had like the bulbous front end.
97. Yeah. 93 to 97 was that body style.
Yep. I wish you would have sold that fucker.
So
I bought mine for $400 totaled.
Hers was really good shape, like almost mint, but it was 2-wheel drive.
Other countries
Nobody wanted it.
got, I think it's a 2.3 diesel option with a manual in the Ranger.
As I say, they did in the early 80s also on the square body Rangers. You could get it's actually, I think it was a 1.6 liter diesel. You could get it in there. Oh, yeah. 1.6 liter diesel, and they get
Think about your commute
47 miles a gallon. They got like 47 miles a gallon in that Ranger. What?
Nothing. But the fucking government says we're not.
Oh,
we're not going the right direction.
Look at the Tauruses,
Are you
the
fucking
Tempos,
kidding me? No, let's put a catalytic converter on there,
on.
choke it down, and then we need a DEF filter.
Look at the
DPF,
old rabbits
DEF.
and everything.
Let me push it a step further.
You fucking asshole.
So around 2008 in Europe,
I'm getting edgy.
Volkswagen made a car called the Polo, and the submodel was Blue Motion. It got 75 miles to the gallon. It was a 3-cylinder diesel. It got 75 miles to the gallon. We couldn't have it in the U.S. because it didn't meet emission standards.
Are you kidding me? No, it didn't meet the.
It didn't meet
No, it didn't meet
oil company
Exxon
standards.
the oil execs didn't like it.
And then the government wasn't going to get enough taxes off of the gas or the fuel it was going to use. So they wouldn't allow it.
Even if it had to sit for a fucking extra half an hour.
Plus, the big three, basically they're the big pushers behind it, will not allow a vehicle to be imported into the U.S. unless it's 25 years old or some special use case. So if you wanted to get a Holden Commodore in the U.S., you have to really do an end run around it. And there's a company in Kansas that has old Pontiac G8s and they ship everything from a Holden Commodore over and they put it onto the body of a Pontiac G8. That way, for registration, it's a G8, but it's a Holden. We know it's the same car, but GM will not publicly acknowledge it's the same car, so you can't register it as a Holden.
I love having a full-size truck. But
when did you get a full-size truck?
I got a full-size truck.
Where?
I got a Ram, dude.
No.
Guess what?
With an 8-foot bed?
You sold the
That's not a full-size truck.
Oh, yes, it is.
No, it ain't. Just because your dad says so. Your dad thinks two-wheel drive's okay.
Wait, you sold the full-size truck, the red one.
No, his dad thinks two-wheel drive is cool.
That's
But it's got an
fine.
8-foot box.
Hold on. Wait.
No,
two-wheel drive is a lot of fun in the winter.
So where I was going with it is,
Nowhere.
you guys can hate me all you want, but I
will.
seen a Santa Cruz, and I kind of dig it. Like for an everyday driver, not for a commuter,
All right, I'm tired of you.
but a commuter that I can run over to Menards, chuck a fucking shovel in.
I was waiting to see if you were turning his mic off so he couldn't talk anymore.
I'll mute it. I'll edit it and post and just cut his
Dude, I can
bullshit out because
I can see
obviously
you
he's talking
driving a
nonsense.
Ridgeline.
No.
I would. You know what?
No,
and
no.
that thing will
Hold
go
on.
100 million miles.
Shut the fuck up. The short-lived Honda Powerline.
What the hell
You
is
remember that one? It was the
yeah.
Ridgeline, but I think it was a hybrid version.
Oh God, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that is totally you, captain's hat and
2
all.
years?
Yeah, it did not last long at all.
Yeah, I
That's
can see you driving one of the Subaru.
Outback.
Truck.
The Outback.
Brat.
No, the Outback, because you're a
No.
lesbian.
Well, the pickup truck.
You spelled
Four-door-
lesbian wrong.
It's like a 4-door car with a pickup truck.
Yeah, it's a
on it.
brat.
Is it?
It's a super
Okay.
brat. Yeah, that's
used-
that's the same fucking thing.
It used to be a yellow.
I need
one, right?
I need 4 doors because I haul a lot of shit around.
More
that I
whores,
don't-
yeah.
Doors.
Okay, you got me there. I wouldn't mind having the truck bed on there, and it's got
4-wheel drive.
all the shit right.
And you don't have to worry about Amy
Well-
opening the doors, going down the road, and I'm ripping off.
Right.
Hold on,
No,
wait.
dude. Yeah, Amy's
Hold
fault.
on.
Amy's fault.
Wait.
Let me go talk to her, and she'll come out and talk to you.
You could have a Ranger with jump seats, so you got 4 doors, kinda. A truck bed, kinda.
But that style, if
If we could get
that's the Jeep,
Utes,
that's the Jeep Gladiator. Now they're 20 grand off.
but it still knocks it down to
And it's
what,
still-
$60,000?
It's still foreign made, American name, whereas the Hyundai is American made, foreign name.
Yeah.
So what's the lesser evil here?
Can-Am.
I'll give you that. You know
No,
what?
no,
Give me a
that's-
Yamaha.
A Can-Am is China and China.
You spelled
China.
wrong,
Well,
Well,
it's
what
made
is it?
out of all those old Chevys that got scrapped.
which makes it cool.
What is it? Like GM parts are like shipped down to Mexico. They cross the border. They get a stamp, and then they get sent back across so GM can duck some tax requirements in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
that
think-
shit happens all the time. There's a lot of the big three does a lot of manufacturing in Mexico because it's cheaper than dealing with the UAW here.
Oh, not even the big three. If you look at the cab of your truck at work, movie,
I know it is.
Hecka in Mexico.
That being said, it's pretty great because some pictures have come out of Mexico of the chassis that were built because it's got the engine on it, and they
Nothing but
bolt
frame
a
and engine.
frame engine. They bolt a seat to it, and they
drive it
attach
into
a
another
steering
factory.
wheel. And a little dude with a high vis jacket and a helmet on, driving it down the
And he is
interstate.
happy as fuck.
Dude, it's like a motorcycle with 4 wheels, and nobody's gonna fuck with you.
He's sitting there jamming gears.
Oh man, I'm really burning rubber in this truck.
How do you think he felt when he got his first automatic? Fuck this thing.
Well, actually, it's probably nice. You reach forward to the control panel, drive.
No.
God.
First automatic he got into, he had to get back out of, go into the bathroom, dye his hair blue, and get back in it.
Oh, right? God.
Super!
Man, I feel like a woman.
Fucking automatic. Oh, these guys are idiots, dude. Then they wonder why we're smashing buildings to pieces.
Well,
Dude, if I drive an automatic and somebody bitches about me hitting their building too fucking hard, I tell them, call my company, tell them, absolutely, 100%, you do not ever fucking send an automatic into my place ever again.
There were places...
And they won't do it. They're chicken.
I've been to places where they said, we can usually guess if the person has an automatic or a manual based on how hard they hit the dock. Mm-hmm. And you can.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
Dude, with my truck, they don't even know I'm there until I'm walking in the door.
And they smell you.
Ta-da!
They hear...
They smell the burnt KY.
Oh, well, that's from this thing.
They hear the smell the burnt brakes walking in. Ooh, shit.
You all right?
Knee popped.
You're getting old. God, you're getting old.
Pot? Well,
I think... Oh, I got a text
we're
from
at
somebody.
hour 16.
Swanson.
I take it Alan's not going to call?
No, he's not. No, he's done. He's probably passed out drunk.
As I say, he was out riding the side-by-side a little while ago.
Massachusetts officials asked residents to lend a helping hand and offer migrants an extra room.
Massive two shits.
I don't think so.
No, I'm good.
I need to find this one because the comments are great. So, how are we doing on time?
Hour 16.
What are we going to call it? I got a great one, but...
Save it for next time. Jot it down.
Yes. Okay. What do we got coming up?
Easter
was yesterday when this comes out.
Easter weekend, we're sitting here.
week of spring break for some kids. Some kids had spring break last week, just depending on where you're at.
I still got so much stuff we could go over, but we're going to have to hold off. Man. Let me get you fucked up on SmashCast drink.
In a few weeks.
I think I could do it. We could just about pull that shit off tonight. Don't be a pansy.
Oh, I got shit to do tomorrow.
I can fix that.
Anyway.
Send it.
Here's to those who wish us well.
All the rest can go to hell.
See ya.